Pretty much every game I get complaints from coaches, parents, sometimes the kids too.
Every game I get complaints, so it's not fun.
I get complaints about every game I've reffed from 3rd grade to 8th grade.
Not very often, just a couple of times a game, each game.
At least once or twice a game.
1 out of every 5 or 6 calls is probably the average.
At least once a game I get complaints about my calls, usually more than that.
I usually just ignore them, just keep reffing.
I just ignore the complaints. I pretend they're not even there.
Normally you let like the 1st or 2nd complaint go, but about the 3rd time you walk up to the coach and I have to say, you need to stop, this is ridiculous.
To be honest, with like 20%, sometimes the coaches try to yell even when they're wrong.
Less than 10%.
About 0.05% of the time.
Not very often. I know the rules, so.
Like 10%.
20% of the time, I believe I'm a pretty good ref.
Definitely if someone's yelling at me, I definitely have more of a negative output to that team.
Sometimes it can make me, I guess, call in their favor, depending on if I really believe that it was a wrong call.
Sometimes it'll make me stop the game, and it slows the game down for the kids. They won't get to have as much fun as they could if we just let them play the game.
Just make the game fun anymore.
Parents start yelling, sometimes the kids will start yelling if the coaches start yelling. So it just like creates a bad environment.
They try to say just watch for something, and the worst thing the coaches said to me was walking up to me and just telling me that the call I made was complete crap.
They say like a range of different things, but the worst thing I have ever had a coach say to me is, get your head in the game, lady ref.
Most of the time, coaches are just yelling at me, saying that either I missed the call or the call was wrong. The worst was probably I'm putting the kids in danger.
Coach came up right here and he said, you don't know how to ref correctly. He basically called me like a child. I turned to him, I said, you need to respect my authority, I'm correct. It was an experience.
Since I'm a kid, parents and coaches think that my point of view can be shifted easier than an adult.
A lot of parents see me as a child and someone who doesn't understand all the calls, and it's very frustrating.
Most of the time, yes, because my adult partner would not be yelled at as much as I am.
They think they can just overpower me or they know better than me just because I'm a younger ref. But I still know the rules. So.
I get treated differently as a girl. My boy co-refs will get a lot more respect from the coaches than I do.
There are not a lot of girl refs, so sometimes parents aren't used to seeing girl refs on the court, especially in boys' games. We're just treated differently because they don't see us the same way.
Sometimes I do think they mean what they're saying, but most of the time they have no idea what they're talking about.
I just think they want what's best for their kids, and when we mess up sometimes, then that makes them mad.
I think they just want to see their kid do well and their kid's team do well.
Sometimes they do, other times they're just in the heat of the game. They want their kids to have the best ref possible.
So the parents and coaches that yell at me, don't do that anymore. I don't like it.
Even if they're really bad, don't say it right to her face. Just either send it to an email to the head ref or just file your complaint in a different way than just yelling it at us.
I would just like to look at them and say, go through the referee class and become a ref, and then see what it's like to be yelled at.
Really watch what you say to your refs, because one day your kids could grow up to be refs and you'll realize how hard it actually is.
I always wanted to say, like, turn around and be like, you need to respect me. I am actually more experienced than you are, you know, this 18-year-old kid talking to this 40-year-old parent. I don't know, I just always wanted to say, I have more authority than you, back down.
Just to be quiet and sit down. Let me do my job.